We are now in the peak of networking season. Quarter 4 is notorious for a number of industry events, conferences. You will have your end of year gatherings, social gatherings, and every place is a great opportunity to network. So I thought, why not recap my top 5 tips for making networking in networking events very effective. Now, you don't have to watch this video only for Quarter 4. If you're ever looking at networking, attending different events, this video is as relevant. But let's deep dive. Let me tell you my top 5 tips, which will make networking such easy peasy lemon squeezy for you. Hi, my name is Shub Faujdar. I am a Singapore-based job search strategist and career coach and a former corporate recruiter. I am also a LinkedIn top voice on careers and job search, so please do follow me there. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I release 2 videos every week. Tuesdays will be short nano tips, less than 2 minutes, something actionable which you can do immediately. And on Thursdays, like today, we will do a deep dive. Now, my brain is actually wired to look at all gatherings as networking opportunities. Maybe it's occupational hazard. So if you are going for only social gatherings, this video is as relevant to you as to somebody who's attending a lot of industry conferences and events. So watch the video till the end for me to break down the whole process for you. And I promise to you, I will make networking events seem less daunting by the end of this video. Tip number 1, get your elevator pitch ready. If you don't want to call it elevator pitch, your networking pitch, your introduction, don't do the boring. This is my job and this is the company I work for. Make it interesting. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video, we link it for you. Watch this short video, I think it's 8 minutes or so, which breaks down the whole elevator pitch. How do you create memorable pointers for somebody to remember you? Please remember, networking event, elevator pitch, the short conversations you have in these gatherings are not what open up opportunity. These open up doors to have bigger conversations, which then create opportunities. I think most people get confused and put so much pressure on themselves for the networking event because they feel, I have to impress this person in this short conversation, which is very, very difficult. But you need to get your pitch prepared. Getting the pitch prepared is always very helpful. Majority of people can use the same pitch in most situations, 80% same. You can just tweak the rest 20% based on the context of where you are networking. One of my biggest tips around pitch is divided into 2 or 3 parts. So you're not just talking about yourself for a minute solid, but you're making it into a conversation. So get your pitch ready before you even attend any of these events, because winging it or thinking on the spot doesn't allow you to make the best first impression. The second tip is research your audience. If you know who all will be attending, have a quick look at their LinkedIn profiles, their socials to see what's happening. So you are not in front of them. And this happens with me sometimes. I would have spoken to this person in a social gathering and forgotten the name of their spouse, their kids, etc. So I make it a point, if they are my social connections, to look at their socials where they may have mentioned their family's name. If they are professional connection, I would check their LinkedIn profile to make sure I know where they come from, so I'm not confusing. I can go directly and have a conversation with those people and take it forward rather than recapping everything they've told me about. While you're researching your audience, you will also realize who are the people you want to build more connection with. So make sure that you have them as a priority, and then you can spend some time with the rest of the audience as well, because hey, you never know who may be able to help you in what way. Not everything needs to be transactional here. And while you are researching about the audience, depending on what the theme is, please do write down some questions, because questions are key. And that brings us to tip number 3. It is way more important to be interested in them than to be interesting. Firstly, it takes off the entire pressure from you. So you don't have to think about, oh, I have to talk about what kind of things, what achievements should I mention, what should I talk about in terms of hobby to look good. You are asking them questions. People love to talk about themselves. So when you give them the listening ear, they will remember you. And that's what is missing in a lot in our society. All of us are very good at talking, but not that good at listening, myself included, by the way. So remind yourself, it's way more important to be interested in them than to be the interesting one. Curiosity over charisma trumps most of the time, because it's very difficult to be extremely charismatic, but it's very easy to become curious. So prepare your set of questions. Think, how would you open conversations? Get to the deeper level. All your conversations need not be about what do you do. How do you get to know the person? Think of some questions. One of the questions which I recently learned from Sahil Bloom's newsletter was, what is giving you energy outside of work these days? And I think that's such a brilliant conversation. I've tried it with some of my friends, some people who I've known for 14, 15 years. And I asked this question. Firstly, it lights them up. They're talking about something which is giving them energy. And I get to know so much more about this person than when I had just stuck with things I already know and checked up on those. So try this question and tell me, how did it work out for you? Now, my most important tip, if you want to make the most out of networking events, whether it's social gathering, whether it's conferences, is to follow up as soon as possible. Don't wait for one day. A lot of people wait for one day. We'll follow up next day. We'll follow up tomorrow. And that's when majority of speakers, senior leaders, people who've held the party together get those invites. Reach out to them immediately as soon as you leave, because then they will remember you. The conversation is very fresh in their mind, and you've nailed it and cemented it by following up. Whether you're connecting with them on LinkedIn or you're sending them an email, no matter what you do it as soon as possible, and then see how you want to take the conversation forward. Make mental notes or type them out in your notes app on your phone to make sure that you follow up with the person. Most people don't remember others in just one conversation, but when you follow up and you have another conversation, then you become very memorable. And my final tip is for people like me who don't like to attend a lot of networking events and gatherings, is quality over quantity. Don't put the pressure that you have to speak to everyone. I go to majority of conferences and social gatherings saying I will have 3 good conversations and then I'm out. Now, most of the time, if I'm enjoying myself, I end up staying for long. I build good relationship. But because I'm reframing in my mind that I don't have to stay the whole time, I can have a quick conversation, a quick networking gathering, I end up going to more places than I would naturally do. And it helps. And my 3 conversations, the golden conversations, usually are at a much deeper level than if I had put myself under the pressure of speaking to everyone else. So, quality over quantity. You don't need to have 5,000 friends to have a successful life, a happy life, a prosperous life. 3, 4 good ones are good. Same thing applies in networking, professionally, or in social gathering. To build a professional connection, you just need to have 3 to 5 strong advocates who can open up doors and opportunities for you. So I hope this video helps you in your end of the year networking, and honestly, networking in general. I know networking is something which most of us find very, very difficult to do, but I'm here to help you in the process. By the way, if you don't already know, I do have a digital course on the art and science of networking for job search. So do take a look at that if that may be of help to take you to the next level in your job search. And until next week, take care, go make an impact, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.